Alright. So, it appears I have to make a behind-the-scenes video on how I made another Daniel. I had no idea, first of all, let me just say, I had no idea this video would blow up at all. I just expected, something funny I would post, me and my friends would have a, good laugh at it. Next thing I know, the video I uploaded to Twitter, Baby's First YTPMV, and this video both got added into a thread by some guy, and then my video just blew up. This video now has more views than Feeboy.mov. I am so happy. This video took that limit, that 732, and demolished it. Jesus Christ, man. Anyways, I'll stop being a loser and actually get into how I did this. This is FL Studio, if you couldn't tell. This is how I made the audio. Unlike most YZPMVs, I did this separate and then did all the video edits in a different program. It was Sony Vegas. So I just made this audio here and then just layered over the video elements on top of it. So that's just the basic explanation of it, but how I actually did it goes a lot deeper than that. So first of all, we have the original clip here for reference. And I just added some reverb to this, which basically, it just adds that echoey effect to it. Then we have the actual song coming in. I automated a volume clip. So I automated a volume clip to kind of work with how the song sort of fades in. This is just the bare sample. I added some reverb to it and also a limiter, so that way when the kick ends up coming in, I can sidechain it, so that way it sounds like the kick has a bit more of a punch to it, because a lot of the noises in here don't exactly work that well. I had to go through a lot of audio editing to get this to sound good, and this is just... This took me so long to do. This was agonizing. What I did to get all these notes was I actually had to look up the sheet music or the letter notes, videos for this song on piano so I can try and replicate how it goes. And I also had to do that 2 more times because of this secondary pattern. So that, I didn't actually know that was a part of the song, and now that I know that there is actually a difference there, definitely changed how I saw things, as well as that there was also this pattern, too. Which is for that sort of transition. So all of this I got from just one of the 4 laughs from the Damn Daniel sample, as well as that the bass here is kind of bad. So that's all Damn, and then we have Daniel. But these were all just different samples that I got of that one thing. Of course, we have the song itself right here, just kind of up on the top. If I wanted to, if people want to hear it, I will just have a version of this without any of the music at the end either. Or without any of the background music, so it'll just be a pure thing, because I've listened to it, and it sounds good, kind of. Now we need to get into some of the other things I did that weren't just the Damn Daniel sample. And this is where I need to start giving context. So this... This was a clip known as Dunkin' Donuts.
Hey guys, welcome to this is Swagger stream number 43, and we're gonna be performing the ultimate dunk. Kobe.
I just got it in audio format, then I just isolated a part of the scream, pitched it accordingly, added some EQ to kind of take out all that low there that was part of that song. Of course, added some reverb and some limiter for the kick. It's just really easy stuff. I only had to mess around with the samples just to get them to sound good. It's literally just EQing it out. That's really what all of it seriously boiled down to. We, of course, have this noise right here, which is the Dragon Ball Z instant transmission sound effect but only like the first half of it. And it also like swells in. So if you couldn't tell what I did here, I added delay, EQ'd out the lows, and limited it. So it's, you know, it already has that sort of reverby effect. I just had to, you know, fix it. And now we also have the crash. This came from that clip of Low Tier God saying that you should kill yourself.
You serve zero purpose.
I just took an S consonant from when he was talking and just, you know, did the same, you know, applied it to the same channel that the instant transmission sound effect came from. I can't speak today. All this is more of the same stuff until we get to here, which is when this comes in. This came from... So, it was just really simple. I just kind of took an isolated segment from that guy yelling Among Us at the top of his lungs. He's on his knees. He's like begging to the sun gods, Among Us. This one was just the same thing, except there was no need for reverb, so I just kind of isolated out all the things that were going to cause annoyances and just sort of did it. There's a lot of pitch bending here. It's these notes at the bottom, like the ones with like the little triangle at the end. That is a slide. So it goes from this note down to this note. And then it goes from this note up to this note. So it just, you know, it kind of goes like, woo. And so I did that to kind of create that effect that you can hear in the song, where it sounds like there's like pitch bending. So, and like all these notes I basically took from different sources that I could find that were covers of the song that like had the piano notes active there. Another thing too is the actual drums, which I need to get into now. Let me just get rid of all of this stuff so we can hear a raw version of what the drums sound like. So, yeah, you probably will not believe this, but this is the Vine Boom sound effect. And the reason it sounds so different from sample to song is because I added gross beat to it, which just sort of, you know, lowers the volume so that way we don't get that full boom. We just got a quick kick. And this is where things get interesting, because then I linked all of this stuff over to the different channels and had this be the thing that sidechains out the rest of the sounds, so that way the kick is more easily hearable. As for the snare, this is the clip of me hitting my table in Clip Dump 3 after I defeated my friend in that illusions battle. Yes! I just added some delay to it, and like EQ'd out a lot of the low. Same with this one. This is the actual snare that happens in pattern 14 over here. And in pattern 13, with the extra table hits, it comes with this sound. So these are all the same sound, they're just, you know, changed in a certain way so that they can sound different. So, you know, it's just really basic stuff. This was part of the clip at the end of the video where Dino just went like, I just sort of pitched it up and added a lower octave to it, so that way in the EQ it would sound like there's a lot more going on, as well as I also added wider because the actual sample itself only plays in one ear, and it sucked. I actually struggled a lot with making this because it didn't exactly sound right to me, but here we are. And that's pretty much it for this. It's very just simple. I just only used a couple different sources, but the way I sort of put them together made it special in that regard. You know, the way I just sort of like organized it all. So, you know, so that's pretty much all there is for this. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, I actually do make music. I have my Bandcamp like linked on my YouTube channel if you actually would like to hear this types of things I do make. So that's, you know, there's that shameless plug. now we have to go to the Vegas project, the actual one, because I made 2 of them. I made 2 of them for the exact same video. I don't know why. I made 2 projects for the video. This is the one, this is the raw one. Then the other one is the more, better version of it. So this was all the video. So like, as you can see here, this is all just the audio that I got from the FL recording. And the rest of this is all just video stuff. So as you can see here, this fades out, but then this just instantly starts, unlike in the video where it fades in. This is why I wanted to make a separate save of it, because then there's also the fade out at the end, and I can't exactly do that because all the clips go in like really short increments, and I can't just like slowly lower them over time or else it's visible. It's noticeable that happens. So as you can see, I did a lot of repeating. A lot of reversing too. It was like kind of a pain to get all the timing right. And it's very obvious that I messed up in some of the timings. But it's just very simple. All I did was just, so all of this is just, kind of, it's supposed to kind of mimic what you're seeing on screen, but not really. So this is kind of like ruining the illusion. You can tell that it's an illusion because there's a mistake in this video. I think it's right here, or is this like where, no, yeah, you can hear... You could hear this. You could hear the Zack scream. You could hear the tower. You could hear the tower scream. Yet I didn't put it in the video, so you could hear it, but it isn't even there. So that is the only mistake in the entire video, and I hate myself for making it. But it's what I mean. It really is whatever though. So all these clips that you're seeing here came directly from the videos. Like all the things you can hear came directly from these videos. All I did was just a whole bunch of, like, chopping them up and, like, reversing them, making them go to different positions to kind of act like there's different things happening here. It's just very simple stuff. You just kind of have to know how to do it, which I just kind of winged it. So, all of these things that you see on screen do reflect what you are hearing. And I had to get the low-tier god face in here, mostly just because of that. The crash sample, which is why that was there, if you were wondering. The finalized version, where all I did was just some really basic final editing, where, like, the fade out happens, and then the fade in happens, because I actually had to export this video, and then open it in a separate file, and then that fade out at the end that cuts into...
Alright, let's see if this works.
And again, with this one, I also had to fix the audio on it. As you can see right here, I had to, like, make the panning a little bit more to the side so it's more easily hearable. It's not playing in one of your ears.
Get my Doom open.
And, yeah, this took me, like, overnight to do, because I think I don't know when I started this project, though it took me, like, basically a day to make. And I'm just really happy with how this all turned out. I'm really happy that people are enjoying what I'm making, and I hope that the people who enjoy this content stick around. I'm not sure how many more of these I'll do. I'm not sure if I'll even continue doing this, though I do know one thing. This is my element right here. I love doing this. So I'm just really happy that, people actually enjoy the stupid stuff I put out, and that they want to, like, see more, I guess. I mean, if you do want to see more, then that's fine, but I'm really happy that I've actually just sort of gone my own way here. So, that's pretty much it. That's how this all came together. I hope it was, I hope I explained enough of it to you. If you need more, just comment any questions, and I'll answer them. I'll pretty much answer any comment that gets thrown at me. And, yeah. Until next time.